There had been talk about a bankruptcy boom. Is that happening anytime soon?
Someday there will be a bankruptcy boom, but I personally don't see it coming just around the corner. All of the economic conditions that were true before remain pretty much true. And while I think there'll be some uptick in cases, particularly in the smaller cases, and there are always a handful of major situations, I don't see a bankruptcy boom this year.
Of the bankruptcies that we will see, though, where do you think they'll be? What sectors? What types of companies?
Well, you're seeing a lot of restaurant chains in trouble, other consumer-related situations. Retail seems to be in some difficulty still. You're seeing energy-related companies still not doing very well. So there are some industries that are in trouble. You'll also may well see a lot of cases related to foreign companies.
In Europe right now, there's a lot of chaos there.
Yes.
How might that impact bankruptcies here in the United States?
Financing is extremely difficult to come by in Europe for lower ranking credits because the Basel requirements have come into play, requiring very large reserves for banks to lend to these companies, so that the incentive to do so really isn't there. And the capital markets, the alternative that exists in the U.S., is very, very small in comparison to what it is in the U.S. So companies are much more dependent on traditional bank lending, and it's becoming very difficult. That probably is going to have two results with respect to U.S. bankruptcies. One, there will be a lot of cross-border situations where you have a company primarily in Europe that also requires relief in the U.S. And secondly, to the extent that a U.S. company is reliant on European entities as supplier or that sort of thing, you can see a substantial spillover effect coming.